Here's the Mexican president responding to Donald Trump's statements about putting tariffs on Mexico.
Vendrá otro en respuesta. Y así hasta
To
que
one
pongamos
tariff
en
will
riesgo
come another, and
empresas
so on,
comunes.
until we put our common businesses at
Sí,
risk.
comunes.
Yes, our common
Por
businesses.
ejemplo,
For
de los
example,
principales exportadores
Mexico's
de
main
México a
exporters
Estados
to the
Unidos
United
son
States are General Motors, Stellantis,
Stellantis y
and
Ford
Ford
Motor
Motor
Company,
Company,
las cuales
which
llegaron
came to
a
Mexico
México
80
hace
years ago.
80 años.
A lot of people in the United States are trying to blame Mexico and China and all these countries for stealing our jobs, like it just happened yesterday. No, these people have been building American products for a long time, for over 50 years, for what she said, for 80 years. And it's not the American government's fault. This is the American businessman. They're sending these companies to Mexico and China because they want to pay cheap labor. They don't want to pay the American people. So don't blame the Democrats or the US government for this. These are the rich millionaires and billionaires who are going to other countries trying to find cheap labor. The president goes on. Why put a tax on them that put them at risk? She's talking about why put a tax on General Motors, Stellantis, and Ford Motor Company. You know, these companies are in Mexico. They're literally building cars for the United States. These are American companies in Mexico. And she's asking, why put a tax on them? You know, it's going to put them at risk. It is not acceptable and would cause the US and Mexico inflation and job losses. 70% of the illegal weapons seized from criminals in Mexico come from your country, the United States. We do not produce weapons. We do not consume the synthetic drugs. Unfortunately, we have the people who are being killed by crime that is responding to the demand in your country. She's talking about Trump and Americans saying that, oh, all this fentanyl is coming from Mexico and it's killing our people. It's like, yeah, but these people are paying for it and asking for it. That's the only reason why Mexico is making these. And it's not Mexico, it's criminals in Mexico, you know. It's hard to stop criminals. Even in America, we can't stop all the criminals. There's a lot of crime happening every day that we can't stop. I think she's talking about Donald Trump, are going to come to an agreement. I have the vision is that there's going to be an agreement with the United States and with President Trump. She wants to solve these problems. She doesn't want all these drugs, all this crime, all these gangs in Mexico. Well, she's tired of all the violence and all the murder over there. She wants to solve this, but she doesn't want there to be tariffs put on her country of something she can't control. There's criminals in every country, even in the United States. It's not all Mexico. It's not the Mexican government's fault. They're doing everything they can, and they're going to try and come together with the United States to solve this problem. But tariffs are not the answer. It's only going to hurt the American consumer, the American businessman, companies, and the American workers. And of course, Mexican workers. It's going to hurt the Mexican economy and the U.S. economy.